Alright, this video is just a quick overview of the new arcade. So it's a bit of a preview as well. So, over the Christmas break and during the supply downturn, I bought myself one of these Neo Geo cabinets. And this is an original Neo Geo from 1996, made in Australia by these guys, the fabulous Leisure Allied Industries. So I didn't care if it worked or not. It did for a little bit, but then it broke. Not that that's a problem. But it was largely about the cabinet. I wanted to check the cabinet out and see how they made it. And it's obviously strong as hell even today, so many years on. So I pulled it apart, rebuilt it, and it revealed its secrets to me. So with that in mind, I took a look at my design of the widescreen arcade that I've been making all this time, which is this guy here. The parts for this one has been cannibalized and put into this prototype over here. And there's just so many changes I don't know if I can really go through them all, but it's largely to do with the carpentry and the cabinetry, the way that the joins are done and the manufacturing of the cabinet itself. But I'm taking orders for the new guy now. I've already sold 2. The new orders are due to come out beginning of Feb, which is kind of now. I've got a local manufacturer making the metal control panel for me. So let's start going through some of the features. So, as you can see, there's obviously the second controller is missing from this guy, but that's just not a huge deal. This is the prototype for the new metal control panel. The new metal control panel replaces the wooden control panel that used to sit here. And also, this is my cat Nudge, my workshop cat. Anyway, so you may also notice that this is the edge of the cabinet, but in the new version, the control panel goes over the edge, creating a really nice metal edge here that will just be resilient to so much damage moving forward. Additionally, because this is laser cut and it's really accurate in terms of the way that it's manufactured, I'm able to do a nice key out here. Come on, focus. A nice key out here and change the way that the glass interacts with the top of the control panel, meaning that I'm going to bring the metal edge as close to the glass as possible. It's even closer than this. There's going to be additional 5 mils of metal before it hits that glass. This doesn't actually touch the glass, it'll just come really close. Additionally, there needs to be a 1 mil more metal plate going on here. It's just 1 mil too short, but that's why we do a prototype. Also, it won't have these rivets here. The fixings for the joystick will be on the inside of the panel, so this will be flush. This is raw, obviously raw metal for the prototype, but it is so much stronger with this metal panel. Like the overall construction alone for this metal panel is just the most ridiculous enhancement over the original arcade. It is tough as nails. If nails are tough. Anyway. like, absolutely rock solid. So a few other things. So the metal is gonna, goes down the edge, lips in underneath. It's really tough. It does also mean that you can take this metal panel out readily and access the buttons behind there without a big drama. This model, you can get inside and you can fix it through the back, no big deal, but you couldn't actually take this panel out, as in this whole panel couldn't come out. You'd have to access the buttons underneath through the back, which is, it's doable, but now, this way, so much easier. There's just these 2 screws at the side, which I couldn't get rid of. I really wanted to have it so there was no screws here, but that's another story. And the whole thing just pops out, and it's amazing. Additionally, the way that the cabinetry is done internal, the way the fixings are all done, means that there's far less screw holes on the side here, which means that everyone loved my artwork. As you can see, there's this big design here that I've been putting on everything. And the thing is, the design was kind of required before to cover up a lot of the sort of, screws and whatever that were existing underneath here. But now that that's gone, due to the way the internals are being done, I can just do some simpler, cheaper options, like just having a really nice Final Fight logo or a Street Fighter logo or something like that, because the panel is now really nice. It's not completely covered in screw holes. And so if you just wanted to go with something nice and conservative like that, like you can. Other little things, it's going to have a metal skirt on the bottom, inspired by the metal skirt on the Neo Geo. Just it helps with transport, damage, mopping, vacuuming, anything else that goes on. So that's going to... because, this guy's from 1996 and it's doing well, so let's take inspiration from the way they built it. A few other things. Now that I've got the Neo Geo, I can do some comparisons. So look, a lot of people ask how big is the widescreen arcade, but check it out. So that's a low boy. What was called the low boy. It wasn't a full-size arcade, but it was the same width and stance as an original. So Neo Geo have a 4-button layout. This is the Aussie layout for it. A massive 21-inch CRT used to live in here, and of course it's gone to heaven, but it's been replaced with a little 19-inch 4x3 monitor, but it's all gone to heaven now. It doesn't work at all. But even you can see, even though this marquee, it's got a metal sort of treatment on here. And funnily enough, it wasn't Neo Geo, it wasn't Metal Slug 2 in there, it was Metal Slug 1. And the artwork's mixed up, but that's the nature of Neo Geos. You can swap cartridges in and out of them, and anyway. But look, so key features of the differences are, with this one, if you were standing over it like this, pressing the buttons and whatnot, you crick your neck, right? Like, look at the angle of the glass versus the angle of my screen. Even though the height is the same, the screen angle, like if you were standing here with your mate for sort of 2 hours, couple of beers or whatever, your neck is just gonna die. Whereas this is much more ergonomic. Anyway, if I get down to the control panel, my control panel's a bit higher. Again, just to sort of help the roll wrists out. And obviously I haven't got this edge here. I haven't got this getting in the way of your hand, so it frees up that entire sort of control panel area. A few other things. The keen-eyed of you might notice that my arcade here is running Guilty Gear XR2, which is a little hint to what I've got going on for the update, the software update, massive software update. And if you know what you're looking at as well, let me just go down here and I'll just do a quick training, but I'll show you one thing. So all the characters are unlocked, but this is for people that really know what they're looking at. But anyway, I can't go into too much detail about the gaming software that's loaded. That's for another video. But yeah, over the Christmas break, I've been really getting into this. Some really rare games are in here. Some incredibly hard to emulate games are in here and working. So that's going to be lots of fun for the fighting geeks out there and for people that really like their arcades. That's it. Just wanted to give you an overview. So it's coming up soon. The new artwork will obviously run all the way through here over the panel. It won't be like the old school where there was this sort of carbon fiber or faux leather and then the artwork underneath. I'll be able to do full spectrum edge-to-edge artwork. Or alternatively, I think I might just be conservative for some models and just do all black buttons with a little colored dot next to the ones that are appropriate for the Neo Geo layout, and then just do like a wrap over the front here. Maybe just one and then two with something underneath it. I haven't figured it out yet, but the creative artwork solutions that can be done with this far exceed anything that could have been done with the prior model. Also, retrofits are possible, so that if you are a proud owner of this guy and you want to upgrade to this guy, it can be done, because the way that this goes over the top means that it can just slot in. It can just go over the top here. And I might have to put some screw holes in the side here, but that's no big deal. So yeah, so this is a totally an amazing upgrade. I can't sort of oversell this, especially when these holes won't be here and these rivets won't be here. It'll just be pegs that the joystick's mounted on the inside. Anyway, the video is over 10 minutes already. Let's not get into any longer. But yeah, the new metal widescreen arcade. Oh, before I go, all of the artwork now is under the glass. So with this one, obviously some instructions, there's a bit of decal on the glass. This guy's on the glass. Now, I mean it's narrower, but it's better. It's under the glass. This guy's under the glass too. And inside the cabinet, the screen is more recessed. It sits further back off the glass. It's take it or leave it, but I prefer it back from the glass now. Just a bit of distance between your eye and the screen just helps with the fidelity of the images, especially ones that are upscaled. But it also means that I'll probably have different artwork solutions for the inside. So you can put some cool stuff in there. Back in the day, fighting cabinets used to have like all the special moves for all the fighting characters sort of underneath here. So that might be an option, because realistically, you know, these button layouts are cool, but once you know, and you never have to keep referring to these anymore. You just know where they are. So that's like a one-time use. Whereas having something along the bottom here that's like all the fighting, all the characters, or, you know, with all their fight special moves and stuff, could be something that you refer to on a regular basis. Yeah, kick ass. I couldn't be more excited about this. And yeah, like I said, full production will kick in hopefully mid-Feb, late Feb. But I'm getting all my metal panels in the next 2 weeks. And then I'm going to be doing them batches of 15. And I've got 2 pre-ordered already. So if you want to get in on this, please do so. I can't guarantee the price isn't going to go up. So at the moment it's $3,300 for the widescreen, including the metal panel and including this fabulous 144Hz variable refresh rate monitor. Yeah. And so please, if you're interested at all, let's get on this. The sooner we get people doing pre-orders, the better the overall product will be. Anyway, thank you very much, and I'll talk to you later.